video, we ask Monchi Magic if Mahrez to Roma is happening. Juventus make an official offer for Keita Balde, and Milan, they have the balls to ask for Cristiano Ronaldo. What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaros.
And welcome back to Italian Football TV. We know that we weren't here yesterday bringing you the transfer news because we were at Roma Tottenham, where they gave Tottenham a nice beatdown 3-2 win at the death of it. We're currently still editing that vlog, but today we are here with the news, and there's a lot of news, so let's jump straight into this one, starting with some Napoli news, where they are still working on a deal for the goalkeeper Rulli. We know that Real Sociedad want the 40 million release clause. Napoli do not want to pay it. They're trying to get to a price, and Carnesis is still the backup if this deal does not go through. And with Michael's prayers, I'm sure that this one will find a way to fall through so that Carnesis could join Napoli. Goulam's agent, who is his brother, will be in Italy this weekend to speak about renewing his contract with Napoli. On the table is a 5-year extension worth 1.8 million euros a year. It looks like he wants a salary raise, but there won't be any problems. Not real crazy news for Napoli. But let's move on to Roma news, where yesterday we saw Magic Monchi and everyone in our comments after we posted a picture saying who should we ask questions to. Everything was for Monchi. So Michael and I saw Monchi. We called him Magic Monchi. He laughed at that one. We asked him about Mahrez. He didn't give a real answer. Probably looked like I need a few days.
He was one of those, like, he flipped his hand. We also gave him an IFTV card though, and he gave us a little pose with it when we took a video.
His pose was hilarious. Like, anyone, we tried to give our card to everyone, as you'll see in the vlog. No one else reacted like he did, except they also gave an amazing smile.
Struman was also pretty funny too.
Struman was funny.
I can't wait for you guys to see it.
You'll see it all in the vlog again. But news on Mahrez is that Monchi is still trying to get Leicester down on price, but as he's working on that, he's actually talking to James Pallotta about increasing the budget, the team's budget, just a little bit so he can make a 35 million euro offer for Mahrez. Do you think that at 35 million euros, Mahrez is worth getting?
You know, I'm a little bit scared. He had a great season, you know, when they won the Premier League, obviously. But now I feel like no one's going for Mahrez, and that's sending some signals, to be honest. But I do feel like he could be better than Salah.
Yeah, and as we heard actually live in Di Francesco's press conference yesterday, he said it in Italian, so Michael, I don't know if you heard this part. He did say that he wants 2 players in every position, which means they still need that right winger or left winger, whatever you want to call it, and Mahrez is the man on the table. Let's move on to some Lazio news, where Caicedo, who's supposed to be going to Lazio, is actually not going to Lazio anymore because he does not have a Spanish passport as it was expected. He only has an Ecuadorian, and they don't have any more spots for non-European players, so it seems like he will not be going to Lazio, and they are still working on trying to sign Martin Cáceres for the defense, which in my opinion would be a great signing. But we'll move on to some Inter, Juve, and Milan news, where there's a lot to talk to today, starting with Inter, where Massimo Ferrero hinted that Patrick Schick could be joining Inter over Juve, where he did say that he could still stay at Sampdoria. He doesn't rule that out, but when asked between Inter or Juve, he said, I think Schick will go where his heart takes him, and I don't think that place is Juventus.
Wow, okay, so they're saying a lot of stuff about him. I feel like he could personally stay in Sampdoria for one more season, I'll then make that big move jump.
I agree with Michael, and I think that Ferrero, there's a lot of politics in this deal. He can't just say Juventus, you know, if they're still negotiating, or if they're negotiating with Inter. He's trying to get the highest price for this youngster. Corriere della Sera say, despite what Ancelotti said, that keep your hands off Arturo Vidal, Corriere della Sera, who's a very, very reliable source, say that Inter are still trying to work on Arturo Vidal, and he is open to joining them. Inter's president also came out with a few quotes today, said some pretty interesting stuff. He said, first of all, do not compare Inter and Milan together. he says Milan are working on different fronts, meaning Europa League and Inter are just focused on the league. And he also says they asked him, why aren't you investing as much money as the Milan owners are? And he says, remember, when Inter got a new investor, they did invest right away, trying to talk about some of the players that they signed last year, while Milan just got this new investor, so of course they will. He also commented on Perisic, saying he still is an Inter player, but we do not know what the next step is. And Antonio Conte did praise actually the Suning group, which has been under some heavy criticism lately. First of all, he said Spalletti is one of the best coaches that is around today, and said that the Suning group looks very solid. They are built for both the present and the future. Okay. What do you think about Conte's remarks?
I think Conte was a little too, he sugarcoated a little bit. Even though, yeah, they have Spalletti and stuff, they really do got to start spending. But yeah, they did bring up a good point. They are not in Europa League. They're not in Europe at all. But that's not an excuse. They should be spending. I think give them Vidal. They should get Vidal just for the fans, because they're getting them mad. Because you know, on the other side of Milan, they're spending. They're trying to get Ronaldo over here. And these
didn't get to that yet. But
and these guys can't even get a single signing. I think Vidal would be nice, but I don't think it can happen.
And they're still not getting Keita Balde. And as we'll say in a few minutes, Juventus are raising their offer for Keita Balde. And Keita Balde would have been the perfect player to join Inter. Young, knows the Serie A. Ambitious, I don't know. Keita Balde for me to Inter makes perfect sense, and yeah, Inter are not doing this. But his comment actually was, Milan are signing champions. Why isn't Inter signing champions? And he says because Inter already have champions.
Yeah, that's right.
So funny little remark from Tori. Michael's not impressed with that remark, as well as most Inter fans aren't. But let's move on to some Juventus news, where Giuseppe Marotta, today was the announcement of the Serie calendar. If you're following IFTV on Twitter, you were up to date on some of the crazy schedules. We'll get to that maybe in another video. But Marotta, they asked him if Bernardeschi will get the number 10 at Juventus. He said, we'll see about that one, and then confirmed that Juventus have made an official offer for Keita Balde. He says, we are just waiting for Lazio's president, Claudio Lotito, to respond to it. Sky are saying that it's around 20 million euros, the offer to Lazio. But again, if you are not informed on this one, Lazio and Juventus do not have the best relationship. Lotito does not like Juventus, and he'd much rather sell to Inter.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Even in the past, there was a lot of interferences with a lot of players going to Juventus. But yeah, like we said before, Keita Balde.
20 million for Keita Balde.
Yes, easy. Are you kidding me?
To Juventus?
Oh, no, not.
Do you think it makes sense for Juventus to sign him for 20 million?
I was saying if he goes to Inter.
Yeah, I got you.
So for Juve, I don't think he's gonna get much minutes, to be honest. And I'm telling the truth, Inter's the best, because he wouldn't fit in Milan right now. Inter would be the perfect place for him. He'd grow amazingly, and he can even hop from one season to go to an even bigger club. I think he's a great player.
Even bigger club. Why is he gonna go to a bigger club,
I'm just saying, cause
damn, Mike the Milan fan taking shots at Inter.
Like I don't know, a juggernaut team, because I feel like he does a great player, one of the most breakthrough players. I think he's better than Sheik, that he had better than Sheik's season. What do you mean? Sheik only had half a good season.
I know, but I just believe in Sheik a little bit more. I'm a little bit nervous about Keita Balde and his attitude.
His party?
I'm just saying.
I'm saying on the field.
I know, but you gotta look at all aspects. I don't want to I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying for Juventus' sake, I'm not sure that Keita Balde is the right player. Great player, fantastic, skilled. Maybe Juventus sees something that I don't. Perfect for Inter in my opinion, but what's he going to do sitting on the bench at Juventus? For me, Sheik makes more sense, because to your point that Keita Balde is more developed, it would make more sense if he went straight into a starting lineup, where Sheik maybe wouldn't make more sense. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sheik's more of a plan rather than Keita's more of a ready player.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's my opinion on things. Let us know in the comment section below. Marotta also said Matuidi, he's an option since we are looking for an experienced midfielder. I think most Juve fans won't be the happiest with Matuidi, but again, I haven't seen too much of him. If you know Matuidi well, let us know if he is the right midfielder for Juventus. Marotta said that Bonucci wanted to leave Juventus. He was pushing for Milan. He agreed to deal with Milan, and you cannot keep someone who doesn't want to stay where they are.
You belong in the wild. Well, what are you waiting for? Can't you see I don't watch anymore? Just get out of here, you stupid, dumb animal!
I found this pretty interesting actually. An intermediary in the Morata to Chelsea deal says that the thought of Juventus and Juventus fans kept Morata from joining AC Milan, and he decided to join Chelsea instead. Pretty funny that Morata, who spent much less time at Juventus than Bonucci did, felt more connected than them. But again, I know we're going into something deep, but I just found that pretty interesting. And High-Size agent, I don't know where this came from. He came out today saying it could be that Juve made an offer for High-Side, but none of us gave it the slightest thought. We never considered it, and it died right away. I didn't hear any news that they made an offer. I don't know why he commented on it.
I think he's a solid fullback, but I'm nothing
doesn't
special.
make any sense.
Yeah, I know, I'm just saying.
Very out of the blue, very strange. I don't know where this came from. But let's get on to some even stranger news, starting going to Milan, where... Okay, before we get into what you know you clicked into this video for, and we'll give our opinion on, we'll bring you some other news. So basically some background info on this one. Fasone, who is Milan's CEO, did have a meeting with super agent Jorge Mendes. Agent to the stars, represents a lot of high profile clients. Apparently, Milan did offer 10 million loan to Bayern Munich, plus 35 to 40 million option to buy to Bayern for Renato Sanchez. This is just a side note. And Fasone says that Bayern are asking for too much money and they need to lower their asking price if they want a deal. So a deal, this is a 50 million euro deal total, which is a lot of money for an 18, 19-year-old kid. But again, it's not getting done because Bayern do not want to accept this deal at the moment. But like I was saying, who Jorge Mendes represents other than these guys is Diego Costa, who Fasone commented saying, I will not comment on it, but we're evaluating all of our options, as well as this kid El Ghazi, who's a 22-year-old center midfielder, who apparently was spoken about in this meeting. Yes, again, 22-year-olds from Lyon. And the last guy that you probably know who Jorge Mendes represents, they say, Sky Italia are saying that Milan and Fasone asked Jorge Mendes if Ronaldo will be leaving Real Madrid as an option, maybe a possibility to join AC Milan.
Well, would you look at the last time we were laughing off a rumor, Bonucci signed for Milan. So guys, because I got it, because it was such a spontaneous transfer. What would you do? Tell me right now. If Cristiano Ronaldo goes to Milan, give me some crazy thing.
I would be surprisingly happy. I would be very happy.
I know, but what would you do?
This is ridiculous. It's not gonna happen. Just try to calculate the cost. He makes like 30 or 40 million euros a year.
I'm sure he can lower it.
Dude, how much is he gonna lower it?
He gets all the endorsements from his underwear collection. I'm sure he can lower
Real Madrid pay him like 30 or 40 million. He's not gonna go to Milan, first of all, because they're gonna spend 150 million on his freaking contract, bro. And he's gonna cost 250, 300 million.
They're gonna get the money back in jersey on the first day he goes to Casa Milan.
My boy Silvio Berlusconi is gonna be buying his jerseys. No, that's ridiculous. Ronaldo did start following Bonucci on Twitter though, on Instagram.
What's happening? Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait.
So that's kind of weird. Yeah, guys. What do you make of this story? Again, Sky Italia say it was just an inquiry. I'm like, obviously it's BS, but I did say it was BS when Bonucci was
You gotta ask, because last time, remember they just tried for Bonucci and it happened, so why not just try again? Just to ask him.
Bonucci was 40 million. This guy, 40 million, doesn't even pay his salary.
I get what you're saying. Maybe if he really wants to go to Milan, he can really lower his salary.
How much is he gonna lower his salary,
I don't know.
Bro, think about
Does he really need that much money?
Playing FIFA, okay?
No,
it's real money. This guy's not gonna lower his money 20 million euros.
These guys are billionaires, the Chinese. I'm sure they'd invest a couple $100 million in there.
Yeah, a couple $100 million, bro. These guys got a couple $100 million from the IFTV studios.
Growing on trees over there. I'm sure they can buy Ronaldo.
Okay, so another story did break that was pretty outrageous today, where everyone was taking this to a new extent. There was news that Milan did not pay for and couldn't pay for Bonucci and Villa, and all of a sudden everyone went crazy saying none of these guys are going to join. Bonucci's going back to Juventus. All this started circulating. It was miscommunication and not fact-checking, just to say the truth. And basically, this is a situation. Milan did not get their bond approved yet to purchase Bonucci and Biga. The money just hasn't flown through. The deals are already done. Everything is done. Fasone confirmed that this will be done officially on August 11th, where the bonds will go through, the funds will be transferred, and everything will be okay. This all came out because Milan do have a Europa League game today, and Biglia and Bonucci, because of terms and technically the money didn't go through, they can't play in the Europa League. But this is the situation. Bonucci and Biglia still both joining AC Milan. I know everyone was going crazy.
Everyone was going crazy. It's just a matter of time. One guy says there was something wrong, and then another person goes crazy. You're looking for a shout out, aren't you?
Yeah, I am looking for a shout out. Keep talking. What are you gonna say?
So yeah, there's nothing to worry about. The big thing to worry about for these Milan fans is if Ronaldo's coming and what number he's gonna be wearing.
That's a big worry, bro.
Wait, do you think they'll take out the captain's armband for Ronaldo from Bonucci? If he does or no?
Bro, I don't know. They gave Bonucci the captain's armband in the day.
You'd give it to Ronaldo if he comes. Come on, you kidding me?
I would let
That's
Ronaldo
a
come.
no-brainer.
That would be pretty crazy.
Wait, are Juve or Milan?
Yeah, anyone, bro. You can't. If you're offering it to Juve, bro, I'll take him.
Juve don't have the money for that. They don't have the cash. Maybe when they get some Chinese, maybe, but not now.
Okay, I got the shout out. All right, so this comes from SK_972001. That's my boy right there. His name is Seno Casimiro. That's my boy. He sent us a whole message asking if Stefan De Vrij could go to Juventus because he's Dutch and he wants to see De Vrij join Juventus. So shout out goes to you for today's video. Again, if you do want a shout out, go to what do you gotta do?
You gotta put on post notifications and then send us a little DM, say you did that, and send a little question or something.
Yeah, say something about you, why you watch Italian Football TV, all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, there's so much happening right now. We're editing this vlog. It's taking forever. I think it's been like 12 hours since I've been editing this vlog.
Crazy.
These vlogs take forever to edit.
Hopefully by tomorrow it'll be up and you guys can see the crazy day we had.
It was insane. We're with so many players, so many people. James Palotta, incredible guys. You guys are gonna absolutely love this, and we got a hilarious story for our boy Wayne Gerard. We're gonna hold out on it. Anyway, guys, let us know if you are excited. Let us know your thoughts on all the news that we shared with you today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Ciao, guys. Ready?